Welcome back to Cure for the Common Game. Today, in deck number 670, we're going to talk about Maja, the Bretegard Protector. 5 mana, 2/3. It's got an anthem in there. Your other creatures get 1/1. But the beautiful part is landfall equals 1/1 token. So they can't use landfall. I say they can't. They won't use landfall because it's not a Zendikar set. I don't know why landfall can't be evergreen. But, so when I first read this, I was like, okay, Anthem tokens. We're doing tokens. We're doing Selesnya tokens. That's what this deck is all about. No quirky whole bunch of landfall things. A little bit, but not a lot. The big thing is tokens. We are going to do some tokens. So let's start with our mana fixing, shall we? Of which there's a bunch, because, some of our token generating cards are not cheap. We have the Selesnya Signet, Farseek, Talisman of Unity, Rampant Growth, Kodama's Reach, Soul Ring, Selesnya Cluestone, Spectral Searchlight, Moss Diamond. Is it just me, or do you not just love the art on this specific card? Oh, it's beautiful. Core Cartographer. Yeah, I know. Marble Diamond. West Coast Explorer. It's a kind of a stretch there, too. The Colony Heart Expedition. Now, there is a lot of land search, obviously, to trigger the commander's human token ability. Fertilid, Search for Tomorrow, Commander Sphere. We do have a few non-basic lands that also, the Selesnya Sanctuary, which we're going to get an extra land drop out of that because it bounces one. We have the Crozen Verge, which is going to double drop. The Terramorphic Expanse, the Evolving Wilds are all triggering. Card draw, got a little bit of Harmonize. Mentor of the Meek. Hey, tokens, right? Although the power 2, I may have nomboed Mentor of the Meek. And if I ever draw them together, yeah, I'll probably be sad, but 100 card decks, no tutors, so yeah. Rites of Flourishing, and everybody's favorite, the Bonder's Ornament. Now, the Bonder's Ornament, I personally love because I can't tell you how many times I have looked around at the end of somebody's turn before me and been like, hey, everybody's got a Bonder's Ornament, draws a card. And you know what? That's always only been me. I realize it's just an upgraded Manolith. But there are times where you've got hey, I'll take that card. So let's look at our token generators. We have the good old standby, Sacred Mesa. That's what I actually drew when I played the deck. It's Mobilization, Conqueror's Pledge, Launch the Fleet. I'll admit I'm not in love with Launch the Fleet. It may come out for something better down the road. Avenger of Zendikar ties in perfectly because it's got the landfall. It does the tokens and the landfall, and we're already searching for lands. And the Avenger just seemed like the perfect include. How about a couple offerings? The Sylvan Offering and the Benevolent Offering. Kind of neat. Can have a Selesnya token deck without Imara, right? We've got to have the Guild Leader of Selesnya. The White Sun Zenith. Wolfbriar Elemental can make some dang wolves. Stormherd, because why not? And I hear you thinking, but Brian, we're not gaining life. Well, we've got a Johnny's Welcome and Soul's Attendant. We have Suture Priest. And we have Soul Warden. So, because I figured while making tokens, we might as well net some life out of it too, right? Just a little bit. So, Devout Invocation. We can, yeah. And the creatures I'm tapping are probably sick tokens anyway, so yeah. This is a big spell at 7 mana, but you know what? It produces a big effect. Now, I do have some anthems because, Anthem is part of the thing. We have Intangible Virtue, Marshall's Anthem to get any of that stuff back that may have got removed. Rally the Ranks, just depending on what token that you have the most of at the time. Dictate of Heliod, and everybody's favorite target, Cathar's Crusade. Because this thing gets nuts with tokens. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it was the first card I had removed when I played, and I can't say that I blame them, because it can get out of hand quick. Now, I'm going to say this next category is stuff that's good with tokens, right? We got Prava. Why not? A +1/+4. We have Molimo, which doesn't do nothing for tokens, but you know what? We're probably going to have a lot of lands. Shanna. Shanna counts the number of creatures you got and has hexproof. Yeah, has hexproof. Geist Honored Monk counts creatures and brings 2 tokens. Wayfaring Temple counts creatures. But I want to talk about something really, really old school. Glare of Subdual. No, you did not see a Vitu-Ghazi the City Tree in here, because Ghazi Glare was a standard deck at the time that original Ravnica City of Guilds was standard legal. But Glare of Subdual is an amazing tap target artifact or creature. Now, we are going to be producing tokens. We're probably going to be producing creatures more than anyone else. So we can keep the the person who's aggro at me tapped down. Yeah, it's pretty serious. Now, if you'll remember, most of those tokens happen to be white. Hand of Justice, I mean, tap it and 3 white tokens, destroy any creature. Seems good. Make a Stand is going to help, prevent those from the board wipe. Martyr's Bond. Yeah. It's almost a white Grave Pact. The non-land permanent is put into a graveyard from the battlefield. Each opponent sacrifice permanent shares a type with it. Okay, so I lose a creature, you lose a creature. I lose an artifact, you lose an artifact. Kind of makes me want to sack that Commander Sphere, doesn't it? The Great Aurora. Because sometimes you need that super panic button. And this is it. But now, let's read this, shall we? Each player shuffles all cards from his or her hand and permanents into their library, then draws that many cards. If we are producing a bunch of tokens that maybe we can't get through because we can't draw our disenchant or whatever, or maybe we're just locked out. Anyway, we're probably going to be drawing more cards in there. And each player may put any number of land cards onto the battlefield, exile this. So there's a strong possibility if we have to have this, it's there. And we will be getting way more than other folks will. Now, at the end of the day, we have a lot of creatures, right? So we might as well have an overrun. But here's my favorite. Hold the line. Because nobody ever sees it coming. Ever. No, what are you going to do? Block with a couple tokens? Hold the line. Yeah, it's a blowout. So we got our removal. We got Vow of Duty, Celestial Purge, Oblivion Ring, Condemn, Beast Within, Disenchant. And then our non-basic lands that don't involve like sacking and stuff, the Grape Out Refuge, Command Tower, Selesnya Guildgate, Vivid Grove, Arctic Tree Line, Rogue's Passage, just in case we decide to get all aggro with one creature, Tranquil Expanse, Blossoming Sands, Thriving Grove, and Thriving Hearth. And that does it for Maja 670. I had a blast while playing this. Of course, I have a blast while playing every deck because I just love this game. But, yeah, it was a ton of fun. I do not have the tokens I need for this deck. Ooh, I probably need, realistically, 2 of each so that I can designate either tapped or untapped, or like sick and not sick. So, but either way, that is number 670, and it is done. Goes on the wall, completes another row. We ain't got but 30 decks left, and this block will be full. 30 decks left. Yeah, I know that sounds weird. But that is what I have got for today. I do appreciate y'all watching, liking, subscribing. We are getting mighty, mighty close to the 5,000 subscribers. So if you're watching this far and haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and push the subscribe button down there. We may already have it by the time that this airs. So, because I record a whole bunch of decks as I have time and then release them. But anyway, that's what I've got for now. I do appreciate y'all watching. But we're going to shuffle and cut.